everybody, welcome to the 10 Acre Woods and Tara's garden. So this week we are just closing up, and as you can see, fall has hit. So between the bright red of the Virginia creeper, which is absolutely beautiful, all the leaves have started to change, fall and whatnot. So it is time to get things cleared up in the garden and start thinking about overwintering it. Ew. Not that I like overwintering. So one thing that I just wanted to share with you guys, gardening is, it should never be stressful. You want your garden to be your therapy place, your place where you go for peace and relaxation. Gardening, getting your hands in the dirt for years have been said to be one of the best things to relieve stress. And as a farm animal rescue, the animals do a lot to relieve my stress. Nature does a lot to relieve our stress. Not that I have a lot of stress, that's why. And crafting and doing your passion, whatever you want in life and what gives you joy and time flies by, that's what you want to be doing. So this week, or the last 2 weeks, has been a very hard week with a couple of losses on the farm. And understandably, as age comes upon us, it also brings death. So this has become my place to get away, just to think and remember and that kind of stuff. So always take the time to relax, get your fingers in the dirt, and take care of yourself first. And then the others around you will follow suit. All right, so enough of that. Let's get into the garden. So you can no longer see any potato tops. So those potatoes are underneath there. And as the tops die off, the roots will set. So if I go down here and I dig, what you got? Oh, nothing, Tara. There's nothing there, Tara. Where art thou? Where art thou? Somebody's eating my potatoes? Oh, somebody's eating my potatoes. Okay, well, there's one little one. All right, somebody's eating my potatoes. What's over here? Oh, that's better. So those potatoes are just hiding under the soil. Yeah. They will stay in here until first couple frosts. The first couple frosts will sweeten them up and just set them for for winter storage. I will harvest some chives. I think I got so many in the house. I just love chives. I love them fresh from the garden. So it's important to leave some of the tops, because that'll protect the crown in our winters where it's minus 30, sometimes minus 40. So it is important. So the carrots, if you notice from a couple of the last videos, the tops all died. And what happened was we got a little bit more nice weather and the tops all grew again. So those will continue until after first frost as well, just so they sweeten up. And then I will harvest all of those. I will come along and I'm going to give these guys as long as possible. These are the echinacea and the coneflower. And I'm going to go show you over on this one. I'm going to leave them until the seeds start to pop, and a couple good, here's one for example. See how the seeds have started to pop out there? Focus. Focus. There we go. So that's when I will start to harvest them and then have seeds to plant elsewhere. So it's pretty much done for the season. I harvested a lot of the leaves and petals for inside. Now the catnip I hedged this year. I have so much catnip. You can actually take catnip back to the ground, but I found that when I did that, it didn't come back as strong. So I'm going to leave this as a hedge, and then we will have a look at it next year. These are all onions. going to seed. So I will plant them and we will have more green onions next year. There's a difference. The ones I showed you earlier are chives and these are green onions. The rhubarb at this point, we will leave to die back, and then it will actually lay on top of the actual plant. And that's what in nature is called self-mulching. So any plant, when it dies back, it will cover itself as it goes into hibernation, and then come back. Oh, it's got a whiff of something really good. It'll come back out through that, and then in the spring you can clear it. This is the other echinacea, so it's done flowering as well. Oh, I see I left a pepper plant. It would be interesting to see if pepper plant would come back. They do grow, but they don't like the cold. This is the sweet potatoes or yams. It'll be interesting. I've never grown them before, so it'll be interesting to see how many we got in there. Maybe some Thanksgiving sweet potatoes. The basil. Oh, the basil. So much basil. It all did go to flower, and then I took they dried, and then I took flowers and put them back in. So this will be, I will harvest and dry that, I think. Basil, I'll have to look it up. Basil won't come back through the bush. Wow, that is, you know what? That almost looks like hardwood. If any of you guys know, is basil a bush? Because this looks amazing. And if it's a bush that'll come back, then I want to trim it, not cut it off. All right, this will be interesting. Beets are massive. Yeah. So I will harvest those again after frost. That will just kick in that sweet for a little sweeter. And for some reason, you guys saw the amount of sunflowers that I grew this year. Not many bloomed, and I attributed it to a bug. Well, we had a couple really cold nights, and the sunflowers that were left just blew up. Unfortunately, it wasn't the black one. Oh, actually, that looks like that might be one of my black ones there. So I'll leave them a bit longer. They're a cleanup, so it doesn't matter if it's now or in the spring. I do have all of my cuttings. That includes this is everything that I will compost elsewhere where the animals aren't. Just because there's tomato leaves, tomato plants, rhubarb, just some of the stragglers that are around that the animals can't eat. And then as you come down here, oh, it looks so bare, Tara. So obviously I've left the sage. I'm going to see if it will come back. That's in that corner there. And the other sage over here in the corner. This is the peppermint. It should come back next year. I might harvest it again. Look at that. I might harvest it again. Just to take the tops. Sometimes you don't want to harvest too much, just because you want the plant to go back. This was what I've pulled out today while cleaning up out of the garden. A few hot peppers in there. And then this is the mojito mint right there. And I love the way it's growing out through the container, which will be nice because I don't mind the mint spreading everywhere. This one did really well, the mojito mint. You can see it peeking out the corner. Oh, I can smell it. And so I'm going to dedicate this whole square to mojito mint. I love the mints, and you can use them. Oh, they just smell so good. So I've taken the strawberries that were hanging in here, and I've tucked them all together really close here with a couple of pots. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put straw over that. Our winters are extremely cold, -30, and that is a normal winter months. So we want to take precaution with the strawberries. So straw over top just gives them a little protection in there. And the parsley. This was the chocolate mint. It didn't like me this year. I think it was the amount of water. I'm going to rethink my watering methods next year. I did find in this area, especially this backside and this side here, I did find a lot of moss growth, mushrooms, which means it was just too damp. So I will rethink that. So I've taken the hollyhocks from the greenhouse that did not sell or I have not planted. I've put them here, kind of the same idea as the strawberries. When you have pots and stuff, don't get me wrong, the ivy doesn't matter. You want to just make sure that they aren't, they say if you have perennials in a pot, they freeze extremely solid in our temps. And so you want to just make sure that they're close to the ground so that they're just not freezing too solid. Freeze dried, maybe that's it. Okay, so the greenhouse is empty. I kind of at the end of the season will get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. Do the necessities, which means the water, getting the certain plants out, and then I just let it go. And come spring, still snow on the ground, I'm out here working. So these are the peppers, and I've taken the peppers off. I, unfortunately, with the amount of cats I have, cannot take pepper plants inside. I wish I could. Well, we don't eat a lot of peppers either, so it doesn't really, it's just growing for fun. But then this will, so this is now shut down. So I will take my plastic gate, and I will, let's see this, I will close it up. And that keeps there. And then come spring, I come along and I shovel my way. I will shovel my way to the greenhouse, and when there's 3 feet of snow out here, I'll be in the greenhouse and it'll be nice and toasty. We have taken all of those, still raspberries. Look at those raspberries. I'm gonna have to come nibble down on some raspberries or throw them to the animals. So I have taken there's this barrel which I used all summer to clip my tomatoes, and the other barrel at the front. I will take those and compost them up out of the animal area. I left this one zucchini plant here because it is the largest one, and it still has 3 or 4 zucchinis on it, 5, 6 7 that I can see. And I'll just let it go till the cold, and then I'll get a few more zucchinis. Wow, look how red those are. Those look so good. Mouth watering. Oh. Sorry you don't have taste-o-vision or smell-o-vision. Oh. You know when you get that pucker on the side of your... Woo! So another one that when it's planted out in the ground are strawberries. Strawberries will also... Oh, look at that. Strawberries will also self-mulch. So I'll have to remind Tiana to come out, and there's a batch of strawberries that'll still be good to go. They're a colder weather. They like the cooler weather, which is why they're doing well right now. So I don't see any ripe, but I do see lots of ones. If we... Oh, I was going to say, if we can wait and get them before the mice and the chipmunks. Look at that little sucker. It's like totally chewed. That little guy eating in there. Oh. Sherry. You grow enough for the animals, insects, rodents, and yourself. That's how you successful garden. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to putter a little bit more, just clean. I'm gonna haul the tomato or the garbage bins. I'll haul them out of here and then take my harvest up. And that is it for the garden, you guys. Oh no, there'll be one more when I harvest the carrots and tomatoes. I will also pull out the camera and show you what I got. All right, talk to you later, guys, and we'll see you next week. And remember to always take care of yourself first. If you don't love yourself and take care of yourself, no one else will. So do it for yourselves. Talk to you later. Bye.